One thing I get asked relatively often is, how do I find the motivation to recover? That's a really good question. I think that if I did have the absolute answer to that, I would be a millionaire, because that's what every parent who has a daughter or son with anorexia wants to know, is how to motivate them to recover. And that's how most adults who have been dealing with this illness for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, that's what they want to know as well. Well, it never exactly works like you wake up one morning, get out of bed and think, yeah, I'm kind of done with this now. Yeah, sick of it. I'm just not going to do this anymore. Yeah, I'm going to recover. No, it doesn't work like that. So don't expect it to. It's never going to be this light bulb moment when you decide, all right, this is enough. I'm done. I'm going to get better now. If it's that easy, then we'd all done it immediately, wouldn't we? Personally, I think that for me, it was more a case of I just got so exhausted that I was more tired than I was scared. I was more tired. I was still scared though, but it was like I was so exhausted I just couldn't do it anymore, and that's what really worked for me. I have to admit, I find the whole motivation rhetoric a little bit odd. If you're watching this YouTube video, you're motivated to recover. If you are researching anorexia recovery, then you are motivated to recover. The thing is you can be 10 out of 10 motivated, but if you're 100 out of 10 scared, I know that doesn't make sense, but bear with me. If you are more scared than you are, even if your motivation is really high, if your fear is really high, it makes you look like you're not motivated at all, because you are motivated, but then you just get scared and then that stops. So don't think of it so much as a motivation problem. I think of it as like a fear problem. That's the problem that you have if you're struggling to get yourself to eat more and do the things that you know that you need to do in order to reach full recovery. So I think if you can class it as a fear problem rather than a motivation problem, then that starts to make more sense. And you can realize that, oh, it's because I'm scared of eating more food, and I'm scared of gaining weight, and I'm scared of stopping exercise. It's my fear that's really high. And like I said, with me, it was my fear was really high, but I got to the point where my exhaustion was just, I couldn't do it anymore, and my exhaustion outweighed my fear. And that's when I just was like, you know what, I'm stopping. I'm going to start eating, and I'm going to start resting. Because recovery is not, in a sense, when you're restricting food and you're exercising and you're carrying out anorexia behaviors, it's more like you're resisting recovery. It's like you're pushing it back. You're pushing back your desire to eat. You're resisting. You're pushing against it. And what recovery really is, more than anything, is stopping doing that. It's just letting it go. Just letting the gates open. Allow your hunger to come, allow your food to come, eat to mental hunger. It's all there. At the moment though, if you're not fully in recovery, then what you're doing is you're pushing against it. It's already there. You're just resisting it. And so recovery, for me at least, was more of a process of stopping resisting recovery and just allowing it to happen. And when you do that, then when you start responding to mental hunger, it's like the body just takes over. It's like, I'm just going to consume all the food in the world, and extreme exhaustion, can't move, don't want to move. It sort of happens to you. It doesn't mean it's not scary. It also doesn't mean it's easy. It's not easy. It's mentally very difficult. It can be physically very difficult and rather painful. But it's so worth it. It really is. You can do it. Just gotta stop resisting it. Let go. Eat food.